a crowd of people, and it had included children at Gitmo, because why would children be at Gitmo? Was Aaron Russo one of the good guys? You think he was removed? I really don't know one way or the other, folks, about Aaron Russo. You know, I think of Russo and I think of mob, so... Just me. I don't know. The lady's cancers. He had gotten cancer back in 2004, so he's had it for 3 years. I'm sure, you know, the cancer could have been planted by them and their weapons against him, because, you know, they're perfectly capable of killing people with tumors and aneurysms and cancers. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, or well, let's just say at least 60 or 70. And when people think of assassinations, they think of bullet holes to the head. And that's not really how our government works. When they want to assassinate someone, they kill them with a sickness or disease, because then it's not questioned. And that's the way they've been killing off people for years, is with cancers and tumors and aneurysms and, you know, all these different cancers and diseases people have been dying with. And that's how they kill people off, folks. They don't put a bullet to your head. You know, I'm not saying they don't. But their preferred method is by cancers and tumors. So I don't know if he was killed by them targeted. But just something to think about. And he did have, you know, some guts to stand up and say the things he did. And then he dies. I mean, that's pretty much common in the patriot community, don't you think? Question from a reader. I thought that the Nephilim were the offspring of fallen angels and women, and assumed they were sterile and only males. That's what the Bible teaches. That's not what the Bible teaches. That's what the churches teach. The churches teach that there are only male angels. Will explain the females and explain the female demons. They can't. No, angels are male and female. There's various different levels and ranks of angels. And so they pull the ones that are just around the throne of God, the ones the Bible describes. And I think they're androgynous. I don't even think they're male or female. They're just androgynous angels. But there are male and female angels. Just as surely there are male and female demons. That's just what the churches teach, and they put everybody to sleep with a lot of stuff, because they can't explain it. They don't know, and so they don't bother to do any research or ask the Lord. There's stuff in your writings saying the Nephilim were creating human hybrids. Isn't the fallen angels creating the Nephilim? Yeah. I mean, the Nephilim, the Anunnaki, sometimes you end up using the terms, what do you call it, just back and forth under the same shield. I guess you could say it is. Calling Nephilim the Anak and Anak Nephilim, and people, you know, just like the return of the Nephilim is actually return of the Anak, the Anunnaki. You use the terms interchangeably. You rightfully bring up what that Christ said, when they shout peace and safety, destruction comes, is your reason to reject Ron Paul. But all Christians are expected to always take a stand for righteousness, and blessed are the peacemakers. I don't see Ron Paul rebuilding temple or standing in the seat of the holies declaring himself God. I interviewed his campaign manager, said Ron will not appoint Masons, Rhodes Scholars, or CFR members in his cabinet. His track record is genuinely pro-life, unlike any other candidate. But please elaborate on your views. Thank you. Well, of course. The whole alien New Age agenda is repulsed by anything the New World Order is. There's two different agendas. You've got the New Age alien agenda, which is the one Lord put me in 5, 6 years ago. And then you have the New World Order agenda, which is this whole, you know, we're going to bring a New World Order. Ron Paul is Al Gore's guy. Ron Paul works the whole alien agenda, the whole Nasera. If you listened to my show last week, I talked about the Ron Paul and Nasera. So just listen to the archived show last week, because he promotes everything that the New Agers and the alien agenda are promoting, and it's because of this Nasera, this political economic system of the beast that they want to bring about. And so you have two different factions fighting it out for world control. And so, they do sound like, hey, let's bring back constitutional law. Let's restore God in this country. It's not Most High God they're talking about. And they want to eliminate everybody's debts, and they dangle all these carrots in people's faces on why they should accept Nasara. But there's also an initiation to get into Sarah. When it boils down to is both factions, the alien New Age agenda and the New World Order, are going to have a Luciferian initiation to join it. If you want to become a part of the Sarah, you want to become a part of the New World Order, then you have to accept my mark, my number, my chip tattoo. It all boils down to the same thing. And both agendas are going to be after eliminating Christians. The New World Order crowd will come out and tell you they're going to eliminate Christians, where the New Age agenda will tell you that they're going to eliminate the evil people. And so who do you think their evil people to them are? The Christians who won't accept them. And why do we need aliens from Mars and Moon and hollow planets to come to Earth to restore our Constitution in America? I mean, why do we need these aliens who can't even organize and keep control of their own planets running ours? It's all Satan's agenda, folks. And Ron Paul, according to their own writings, is their front man. Sherry, what do you think about the ABC show called The Fallen? I don't know if I've seen it, so I can't say anything about it. I see this stuff on previews all the time, and then I just never see the shows. Also, what books do you recommend that would have a lot of truth? I have a link on SherryTalkRadio for Watchman Next, Stuart's book. There's also Blueprint for Bondage, I think is a great book. I often will go through and promote books on the air that I think are really good, and so you'd have to just go back and listen to the archives. But the one on my website, Sherry Talk Radio, it's on the left. Let me see if I can't even think of the name of it right now. But you can write Blueprint for Bondage, blueprintforbondage.com down. He's got a great book. It's called Blueprint for Bondage. And here it is, The Spirit of Jezebel and the Mystery of Iniquity by Watchman X. It's at SherryTalkRadio.com. There's a link to the PDF on the left-hand side, just underneath the alien. That's a great book to read, too. And so, the Lord's coming out. People are coming out with a lot of material now. People coming out with their own books. I haven't had time to sit and read everybody's stuff. But if I start asking for promotions and we'll spend the whole time, I'll start getting a million requests from people about what book to promote. Most of the books I would endorse, you find links to them on my websites. I have 20 websites, and most of the websites I endorse what you would find at SherryShriner.com, TheWatcherFiles.com, or SherryTalkRadio.com. And so you can just browse those. If you have any questions, folks, just send them to SherryTalkRadio@yahoo.com. I don't think I'm going to be staying on very late tonight. I'm halfway prepared, about 100 cans of baked beans and vitamins. I think God's waiting for me to finish. Well, at least He's got you moving in that direction. A Lesson in Miracles. I have an opinion on the book. I haven't read that book, A Lesson in Miracles. So I don't know. Quick question for the show. We need to mobilize and plan a meeting place. When it all hits the fan, we can stand together and fight. With you leading us, no evil army will be able to stand against us. Do you have any plans to gather your flock and create an army of the